Time for New at Noon, back in studio. Feel like it's been a little while, Bree.
It has. It has been a little too long. A little too long.
Bree Morgan is in today, and she's out with a summer song that celebrates love and life.
Yes.
It's called No Better Time, and we're going to be chatting about that song here in just a little bit. But I'm pretty sure the JVL crew, our fam here, knows who you are at this point. You know, you've been around, playing around the area, and of course you play in Nashville. I know you play in Florida too, right?
Yep.
So you're kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
But you've opened for Martina McBride, Jody Messina, Joe Nichols, Craig Campbell, Nico Moon, Low Cash, couple studio albums under your belt. You've been voted since 2020 to 2023 as one of the best of Madison's in multiple categories, including local band, singer, songwriter. You've been working.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been working a lot.
Well, the question is...
it never stops, and that's why I feel like it's crazy how things get like pushed to the side, or like all of a sudden I'm like, I sent you the single, and I was like, I did a music video for this single. I like pushed, I pushed it out. I did a lot on my socials, and then I was like, I literally didn't message any of my stations. I was like, oh no. Hey Chet, how you been? It's been a hot minute, but did you want to listen to this?
Absolutely.
And if you like it, let's chat about it.
You are welcome here anytime, Bree.
I appreciate it.
I always look forward to a new single from you. And you've kind of gotten in this habit of, and I think a lot of songwriters are doing this too, where it's like quarterly. Is that kind of how it's rolling for you? Maybe a little bit?
Yeah. The thing is, like, what I've tried to do now, what I ended up doing was like kind of like a bulk. So we went in and did 3 songs. And I released the first one back in March, and then this one now, and then this next one. So I would say I'm trying to do like 3 a year.
Okay.
The album thing was really cool, and I liked when I did for all my first songs, when I dropped Trash, it was super cool. 8 songs right off the bat, and it told the whole story. But the way I feel personally, and how a lot of my also songwriter friends feel now, is that albums, at least for the mass consumer, albums are a lot.
Yeah.
You lose songs. And I always, I'm more into wanting to put out the songs that I really, really, really love, and not just having some filler. You know what I mean? Like, even on my Cowgirl album, I even had a quote filler song, even though I love the song.
I didn't think there was any fillers.
Well, my Wild song, it wasn't super. It's more. It was more for a me kind of thing. Like, I wrote that song, so Wild was written right after. Oh man, it was like Gone. No Better Time, actually. So the song with this, my new single, was written like 12 years ago.
No way.
And just redone. And like my band took it, and we puts a little more, work into it. And then Wild. So Wild was just one of those where it's like, it was just one of those, my first babies that I'd ever written. So I wanted to put it out more for me. I do have people that like it, but it just was a quote filler.
All right.
Kind of.
I'm a little different because I am an album guy.
Okay.
So I do, when somebody releases an album, I put it on start and I listen to it all the way. I find myself something to do, or if I'm just sitting, and I'll just listen to it start to finish, because I know a lot of times, especially with what was it, Cowgirl? Or was it
Trash
was,
too. Yeah,
Trash too, there was a story.
Trash was really a story.
There was a theme to it. Yeah. So anyway, we digress. Let's talk about some of the shows you've got coming up. I know, are you still doing like a kind of a hybrid of your stuff, and then like solo stuff, and then reloaded shows too? Okay.
Yeah, I've actually pushed, the band had quite a few bigger shows this year. It was really cool. We played Watertown Riverfest like 2 Fridays ago. We played to like 3,000 people.
That's amazing.
I was the Friday night headliner. Like, it was really cool. Like, it was like such a rock star moment, but also like really, it was super humbling and like super awesome, and just people literally in the front row. Like, I never thought in my life I would have people like pressed up against like the security gates, like yelling my songs back at me. And it was a thing.
That's
it was happening. And I was like, you guys know the words. And then we've got Rhapsody Music Fest in Fort Atkinson this Saturday. And then I've got a really cool ticketed event that I'm playing 2 Saturdays from now, solo, but I'm playing with my friend Dan Lapine.
Oh, yeah.
I think you guys have chatted with him before. And we are both opening for Hank Ruff, who just opened for Jelly Roll at the Harley Fest like a month or so ago at Vino. So we've got some really cool things coming up. And then I've been really pushing, going into the fall, I'll be really pushing the songwriter stuff. So I'll be doing songwriter nights at like Proof and hopefully a couple other events that I'm trying to work out at the moment.
Now, we were talking off air about potentially, because I was thinking, I don't think I've heard a Bree Morgan Christmas song yet.
No.
And now people are already starting to talk about Christmas.
I know, get out.
The decorations.
It's
I'm a summer person. I love the summer.
Pretty soon,
it's going to be here.
Reese's Christmas trees are going to be fighting with the pumpkin Reese's, and then the eggs will be thrown in all at once, and then all seasons will be up all the time, like all holidays, I guess.
So we have a music service that, new artists, that I get a lot of the new artists that I feature on New at Noon. And this week on Monday morning when I checked, there were 7 Christmas songs.
Oh no, so I'm really behind already, is what you're saying.
Well, kind of.
Oh no.
In a way, because I'm already starting to see the Christmas music. I know it's early, but I'm just not ready for it.
So are you saying that I need to forego the next single, push it to next spring, and put the Christmas song out first?
No,
Is that
I'm
what
just
you're
saying?
saying?
Just work a Christmas song out there in the mix here while you're doing all the other stuff too.
See, and to me, in my head, I'm thinking the Friday after Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? That's in my brain. Yeah. But this business is so weird. You have to work 6 months ahead to then not see anything until 6 months to a year after. Yep. It's outrageous.
It's so
I
weird.
don't even,
Because you're just like the song we're featuring today, you said you wrote, a dozen years ago or something like that? And it's like, wait a second, we're now playing this?
I know. And I wanted something the reason this No Better Time got pulled out was because I wanted another summer song. I did Sweat Money Beer last year, and I wanted another summer song, and I just was not in the headspace, I guess, to sit and write one. Unfortunately, I'm not a factory songwriter. I'm a what I'm feeling kind of songwriter.
Nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing.
So I was I just wasn't feeling writing this summer bop, but I wanted one. So I went through the old stuff and I wrote a few new lines and gave it to the boys, and away they went with it. Yeah.
So what else is on the horizon for you? Anything?
No, just those couple of singles and doing some songwriting stuff this fall.
Anything you want to share about this song, No Better Time? Any backstory or anything like that? Can you remember back then?
No, I mean, I do remember that I wrote this in the summer 12 years ago. I actually wrote it, I want to say my very first band did play a version of this song. Okay. And I'd love to say I have it on video, but I have no idea. And I just wanted something that was just fun and catchy and upbeat and full of love. And just a good, just picture just a good summer night. You know what I mean? Where the only plan was to get in the truck and go somewhere.
And it is all those things. It is fun. It is upbeat. And where can people find out more about you if they're not following you already? BreeMorganMusic.com. There we go. And all your socials. You're on all the stuff.
Everything, everywhere. Bree Morgan M on everything.
Perfect. Bree, thanks so much for stopping by today.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, Chet.
Bree Morgan, No Better Time. It's coming up on New at Noon.